We get some pretty hyped setup, not gonna lie. You got this character who looks to be looming up, getting ready to cause some trouble. That's where we began the last chapter. Another, well, really left off in the last chapter. Denji ended up running into this girl, Reze, and she invited him to the coffee shop. Talking to him. A lot of people are, seeing some parallels to, and just references related kind of thing and suspicions to Tokyo Ghoul, the way that was set up. But here, though I am suspicious of Reze, I'm hoping that she's not going to end up being a devil, because it would kind of like tear away some potential character for Denji, because now he just has a friend who's a normal human, not related to anything devil kind of centered, whether it's fiends or just straight devil hunters who are also crazy. People from the Gun Devils cult. There's some character who can help him develop more of his human side, but interacting with a normal person would be very delightful. I think it would help a lot for his character. Then we get back to Aki. He's just throwing away an empty pack of cigarettes. He's hanging out with the Angel Devil, who seems to be hard to work with. Just seems to be really hard to cooperate with, and he can't even really get that close without the paranoia and worry of touching him. Because if you touch the Angel Devil, he pretty much will absorb years off your life. He will absorb life energy from people and actually convert it to weapons, which I was very intrigued with. Which means this character needs to stick around, because as long as they have this character, they can make more crazy weapons. Like the sword that Aki uses, he can, that was from the Angel Devil, the Angel Devil's creation. And it's capable of even cutting, like, intangible beings, like we saw with the Ghost Devil. It wasn't just straight, like, oh yeah, while fighting the Ghost Devil manifested or something. It's like, no, the sword itself can cut intangible beings, because it's, it was created by another devil, and even, like, pretty much special powers. And with Aki doesn't want to cooperate. Aki doesn't want to deal with the Angel Devil. He just seems to be very lazy and not really wanting to operate at all, not wanting to do any form of work. And again, like, it's probably pretty hard for him, just based off of the fact that he's a devil not working for humans. And Aki, like, even brings up, like, if I report that you are unusable, they're going to just straight, like, deem you, not in any way of value to keep alive, and they're just going to execute you. But obviously, the only reason that they keep a fiend or a devil around is, like, well, are they willing to cooperate? Or are they going to help us with the larger picture? Or are they going to become a problem? Because obviously, they're not going to want to deal with problems. But he's seemingly able to somewhat figure out the Angel Devil, but he doesn't think he's going to be able to really work with him. He thinks he's too much of a hassle, too much to really deal with. And even some of the parts, because Aki obviously, like, overall, like, he's willing to work with devils and fiends, and he wants the end goal to kill the Gun Devil. And here he is, he's like, we now figure out, like, some information on the location of the Gun Devil. We need to get everything prepped and ready. And one of the things he wants is to make sure that he's got enough kind of, like, rep and cred going on for him, that when they pick the people going towards that mission, that he's going to be on it. So he's like, I got to keep hunting all the, higher level devils for right now, and, just all around, like, get word of me up. He seems to, like, slaughter this, like, big gross pig devil looking thing, and there's, like, a guy who was, he was a devil hunter, but he got taken out by this creature. He's, like, slowly dying. And, like, even, like, Aki's just, like, hey, can you use your power to drain the life out of this guy so, he dies painlessly? But the Angel Devil's like, I'm a devil before I'm an angel, so I prefer it if humans suffered. So Aki just knows that he's not going to have a good time cooperating with him, and stabs the dude in the head, puts him out of his misery. And I think that the way you could do it is just, like, maybe if you worded it differently to the Angel Devil, he'd be willing to do it. Maybe word it into something like, oh yeah, it'd be useful, make some more weapons, maybe, make you stronger in the process. Then he'd probably cooperate, but I think it's the fact that, he went from Himeno, who was, like, all on board with Aki, to, he even had power. Like, they didn't bring up, like, well, you can work with power. Power seems like a handful, but she doesn't seem like this much of a problem. Like, the Angel Devil just doesn't seem like he wants to do anything, work with anything with him, or have any function in, like, actual progress of missions. He just seems to be there. I'm curious to know what like this character is going to lead to, because it looks like Fujimoto wants to do stuff with the Angel Devil in a larger picture. I don't know. I'm much more interested in the Violence Fiend. I think he's more interesting, but we will see. I mean, we also got Beam. Beam's running around, sharky stuff in the streets. Running around? Well, swimming around. And back to Denji and Reze, and Denji is just, he's pretty much just goes there daily now to eat. This is like his eating spot. He's found somewhere for it. And he's just talking to her. He's talking to her. They're talking about school, and they're talking about learning, and like he can't really read much for kanji, and she's now gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll help you learn things. You could study with me. She's like, gets up close to him. Again, just Denji's starting to get closer to her, starting to get a little bit more tied to her. It even says like, I'd probably be fine to go into school if it was a school that you were at. It seems kind of fun. And he doesn't know he's winning her over. They just have some good chemistry. And she even says how, they can go tonight. They can go to a night school. And so here's Denji's chance. Please, I don't want this to end up being a villain. I don't want Reze to end up being a villain. I know some people have like put up the speculation that maybe Reze is a trap. It's actually a dude. Hoping that's not the case. Denji already has said, dudes. I mean, listen, Denji doesn't need more heartbreak. He's starting to get into this girl. He doesn't need to find out he's been flirting with a dude. It's only gonna upset him. And then we get over to this other guy. This dude with like this shaved head mohawk, and he's just like staring down the drain where like water just swirling down. And he calls him Typhoon. This is the Typhoon Devil. And he even asks him like, why do all you devils want the chainsaws card? He's like, you don't need to know that. It's not important. I'm guessing that the gun devil has put out like a bounty, and so other devils want to interact with him. Maybe like they offered him. I don't know what devils would really want in large scale. Maybe like a large amount of humans, or like some of the gun devil, because we know the gun devil, they can take in like a piece of him and it makes them stronger. So maybe he's like, I will boost whoever brings me the chainsaw devil's heart. Gives him some form of large scale like power increase, and always said something that devils are gonna want. But this, like, he's just talking to him, and he's saying like how his contract, if he can get the Typhoon Devil, the Chainsaw Devil's heart, like he's like, I'll be able to use your powers for the rest of my life. He's even saying like, listen, other devils have had trouble with this guy, so you need to be careful. And the dude just straight says like, well, that's because devils aren't intelligent. There's definitely substantial evidence to show that there are a lot of devils aren't intelligent. But there's definitely a lot of smart ones within the series. This Typhoon Devil seems to be cautious. He seems to be a little bit higher up. And here he's got a contract now with this guy. And this guy's like explaining how he once killed like a Chinese devil hunter, pretty high up guy, by kidnapping his family and like killing and skinning them and then showing them their pelts. So brutal killer guy. Very brutal killer guy. The thing, though, to take interest in is the fact that this means maybe Reze is just a normal character. She's just going to be a normal human. And the reason it's all set up is so Denji has, maybe Denji will have someone to save, and it will be that kind of like stakes in there. Because he didn't really care too much of the idea of other characters that he knew dying. The only one he seemed to have any care of was Makima. And here, if he gets, partial of Reze, then if some danger shows up and like this guy's trying to deal with her, then if he ends up trying to go save her, tries to do something in order to come to her aid, it will, add a lot to his character. You can probably get some good, much more human sides to him. Actual seemingly like Denji not being, oh, I don't give a shit. I mean, it'd be cool. Like, I don't want Denji to change like fully. Like, I still want him to retain a lot of like who he is right now, but obviously mature, gain more human aspects. I think it'd be really cool if it's just like, for almost everybody else, he's like, I don't give a shit about them, who cares? But then it's like someone like Reze and Makima, he's like, no, I need to do what I can. And obviously if he grows attached to her, then he's going to want to protect her, he's going to want to keep her safe. He's not going to want this dude who apparently is into skinning people like animals, that he's not going to want him to get close to her. And we're probably going to get to see some cool chainsaw versus a storm, the Typhoon, probably like, maybe he'll like cut like a tornado in half with his chainsaw or something crazy and wild and a lot of fun. I'm curious to know how strong this guy is, because I'd have to go back and look, but I think it was noted that like the more powerful a devil is, the smarter they are. And this guy seems to be pretty smart, the Typhoon. So he might end up being pretty powerful, and obviously a contract with him would really kind of boost this guy up as well. Other than that, like, solid chapter, really good setup, very good. More suspicions about Reze, some cool things like, okay, now we got Denji paired up as a team with Beam, and we have Aki with the Angel Devil since Himeno's death. But, you know, this spooky guy, I'm intrigued to see what he's got planned. He's obviously got something spooky planned. All these mangaka are getting ready for Spooky Month for October. So maybe this will be, you know, the month of Chainsaw Man, like getting even more brutal than before. Other than that, drop a comment below. Tell me what you thought about this chapter. Thumbs up the video from the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. I appreciate everyone's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.